All right, welcome. Behind Love and Attraction series. All right, welcome everyone. Welcome back to LolaOla.com. Welcome to Lola and Ola YouTube channel. So we're gonna have some fun doing this. It's a new series we're starting called Behind Love and Attraction series. Okay. So I think I should tell a quick story. First of all, how you doing, babe? How you doing?
I'm good.
You happy to be back?
Yeah.
All right, good. We're about to have some good time here talking about love and attraction and marriage. All right, so basically about 3 years ago, we decided to start this platform, LolaOla.com. All right, and and it's been a lot of fun. At first, we started a YouTube channel. We wanted to, we let our friends, some people know, people subscribe. Maybe we had about 20 subscribers from that. But recently, we decided to stop promoting it to friends and family because algorithms, YouTube can promote it itself, and then to get the actual audience for the topics, right? So what we found over time is that after about 50,000 views and 500 subscribers, people are really, really enjoying the idea of attraction. One of our biggest video, you're good, babe. One of our biggest video is on attraction. It's 5 signs that something like your wife is not attracted to you, something like that. That video has about 10,000 views by itself. There's another video that we have on respect. That's another topic that's huge. But when I see respect, I hear love, because that's basically a man's love language. Overhead, okay? I know there are 50 different love languages. But, so we decided that after about 50,000 views that we're going to do the series, and we call it Behind Love. I call it,
Yes. You call it Behind
I call
Love.
it. All of this is purely based off of what people want to hear.
Okay.
So it's called Behind Love and Attraction. So my question for you, babe, right? My first question for you is this. When I say attraction, especially within the context of marriage, what comes to mind for you first?
Disconnection.
Attraction, disconnection, you mean opposite?
Oh,
connection.
Okay, actually. Lots of attraction will be disconnection, yes.
Right.
Yes.
All right.
Connection.
So attraction, connection. Okay, so that tends to be a woman's language too. Well, men just don't walk around talking about I don't feel connected to you. For the most part, typically they don't. Okay, if you're hearing that story, men can feel it. There's a difference between feeling it and not expressing it.
Sure.
So a man can actually feel disconnected from a woman, but he doesn't necessarily walk around town talking about I don't feel connected. He may start certain unfavorable activities for the marriage, like connecting with other people, spending his time at work, maybe, complacency creeps in and all these kind of things, right? So that's what comes to mind for you. It's kind of interesting, right?
Yeah.
All right. So now for a woman, people always want to, let me ask you, what do women want? Let me just say it like that. What do women want? What do you want as a woman?
I think women, what I want for myself is to be heard.
Okay. By the way, happy anniversary to us. We just celebrated 14 years.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So we're speaking from, I believe that anyone that's going to speak on this topic, especially from a standpoint of coaching others, so should either go to school and learn properly or have some experience that they can share from, because that's happened to be the best teacher. I've done both. We don't have any standardized, what do you call it? Accredited certification.
Coaching.
No.
Yeah.
We have coaching, but we don't have counselors, not counselors. We don't have therapist license or anything like that. and that's by design. But go ahead. But we're speaking from experience, so we can talk about things that we can relate to. But also, when we coach people, we always try to come from a standpoint of where they're coming from, and not trying to project either our belief system, our religion, or culture, anything like that on them.
Right.
And I believe anybody that's projecting any of those things, even if it's in church, are not effective for the most part in terms of
Right.
helping them. Yeah. But go ahead, babe.
Yeah. For me, I feel like I want to be heard. I want to feel significant. I want to still be able to be myself,
Okay.
to do things that I love for myself, even though, I love my family, but I don't want to lose myself in the aspect of loving my family. So,
Yeah.
for me, if I have those things, when I have those things, I feel good about myself.
Oh. And
But if I don't have
and
that,
in the process of you finding those things, we have to leave the family on the back burner.
family is never at the back burner.
Oh, okay.
Never, because my nature is always family first. And in the sense, because I'm always family first, I tend to lose myself.
You lose yourself.
So I need a balance where I get to still be myself while I'm putting my family first. You understand what I'm saying?
I understand it. Obviously, I'm a little biased because I know this stuff, but it's a very difficult thing for most men to understand. The idea that, because I was like, what do you mean? My life is family. What? Okay, you lost yourself, but you're taking care of your family. That's like an oxymoron for a typical man.
They don't know. Men don't understand what it feels to be a woman.
Well, they're not supposed to.
Exactly.
They're not supposed to, right?
They don't understand what women go through. They don't even understand how we're even created.
Right.
Even from our crazy hormones. I could tell you when I was a teenager, what the hormones I had, I didn't feel as crazy as after I had kids.
Right.
And I start feeling, and I can't even explain how I'm
So
feeling.
even you can't explain it.
Yeah.
All right. So, and that's a very important lesson right there, because a lot of people, when they get into trouble with their family, and a lot of men, when they get into trouble with their woman, they want to run to other women to explain what is going on. And usually they end up in more trouble. Because an average woman don't necessarily know what a woman wants. Just like an average man don't necessarily know what a man wants either.
Right. I can only speak for myself.
Yes.
To be sincere.
You hear a lot of men running around town talking about what I want is just peace. It's bullshit. I just want a woman who is faithful. Like, this is bullshit too. There are other things that are those things are more like symptoms, right? There are other things that are more underlining at the core of the relationship that's missing. There's a void somewhere at the core of the relationship,
Right.
and that creates unfaithful. On a typical basis, there are absolutely bad people that are just unfaithful. But
Do you think they are bad people, or do you think they are weak people? Because it's very important to understand.
There are people that are deliberately strong with strength doing the wrong thing.
Oh, okay. So they are purposely
Right.
doing.
But for the most part,
wrong.
it's weakness. Yes. For the most part, if you marry the person you've managed to marry them and they once upon a time used to be good, there's a good chance that if they're doing something wrong right now, that is coming from a place of weakness and not wickedness. That's something I learned from T.D. Jakes a long time ago. Yeah, but for the most part, okay? But there are situations, unique situations where somebody is just outrightly evil. So
I'm
I
sure
don't
that-
want to...
And for the most part, I mean, I believe every one of us as human beings, we have a good side and a bad side.
Right.
It's just a matter of making choices.
Right,
Like,
right.
what do you want to tap into? So,
Yeah.
if you say there are people that are just evil, I believe that because,
Yeah.
they choose to be using their evil side.
Yes. Well, we can unpack it. We're going to be unpacking a lot of these things. Like, I believe that love and it comes down to love and attraction. Everything we're going to talk about when it comes to marriage comes down to love and attraction. Okay? A lot of people run around town talking about love is not enough. I understand where they're coming from.
It's coming from a place of confusion.
And pain.
And pain and hurt.
So I understand it, but we're going to be talking about a lot of those things. I believe it comes down to love and attraction, and I believe that's what this algorithm is trying to tell us.
Right.
God is trying to use algorithm to tell us a message here, and that's why we started the series behind love and attraction,
Right.
so that we can talk about unpack a lot of these things. There's a lot of talking points, a lot of things that people just throw around, terminologies, phrases, big psychological words that doesn't really help them at the end of the day. And we just want to bring some experiences to the table, talk about some real life examples, and then I feel like we can get more value from that. But yeah, go ahead and subscribe to the channel to make sure that you're following this series ultimately. I think that's it. We just wanted to introduce the series, and then we'll take it from there, right?
All right.
Yep.
Now.